I will get something to you tomorrow. I promise. I promise. Hi, I'm James Gangle, and welcome to My Little Kitchen. The NBA season is well underway, and the baseball season is just starting, and I have gotten into sports gambling, and it's going. So today on Little Kitchen, I'm going to cheer myself up by making a stadium food favorite, the classic Footlong Hotdog with all the trimming. Excuse me.
Oh, hey, Polly.
Where's the money, James?
I said I'd get it to you tomorrow.
Tomorrow ain't good enough. Take some of this! And some of that! And some of this right here! Hey, come up with something for the Don tonight, or I'll be back with friends tomorrow. Capiche?
Okay.
I gotta come up with something. So we're not doing hot dogs. Who needs them? Tonight we're gonna make the Capo's favorite, my favorite, a lasagna with spicy sausage and ricotta cheese. Come on. The first thing that we're going to work on is our sauce, and the main ingredient here is spicy Italian sausage. So we're going to decase some spicy Italian sausage. Just run your knife along the casing, and then you pull that casing off. Now you can buy decased sausage, but I didn't. I got these. Let's get working on the sauce. Okay. We're going to put in just about a tablespoon of olive oil, and we're going to toss in our spices and roast those spices a little bit. So we're going to put in basil, oregano, thyme, and rosemary, Italian spices. We're going to put in half a teaspoon of fennel seeds. We're also going to put in our garlic and our onions. Now the oil is hot, so start moving it around right away. It's already smelling lovely. Like an Italian kitchen. And I'm going to make this hot, spicy, more spicy than just the Italian sausage provides. I'm going to throw in some crushed chili peppers. Okay, our onions are nicely softened up. Time to put in our sausage. And I've got about a pound of hot Italian sausage here. And you just toss them in. There they are. And we're also going to toss in lean ground beef. So about a pound or 3/4 of a pound. So your stovetop should be on medium-high. And we're just going to mash this together and get a deep brown on our sausage and on our ground beef. So we're making a big old lasagna because the Capo has a huge... I'm really hungry, so I'm going to cook for 12. This is going to serve 12. We're going to throw in about 12 of these lasagna noodles into a boiling pot of water that has a bit of salt and a bit of oil. And we're making them al dente, which is about 8 minutes, but just check your package. Check your package. It's been 8 minutes, so our lasagna noodles should be al dente. Make sure they're soft, but not too soft. Yep, that looks great. We're just going to drain our lasagna noodles off. I have a colander prepared here in my sink. Now you want to rinse your lasagna noodles with a little cold water and stop the cooking process. And I've got a little bowl here to let this drain out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some olive oil to the noodles and kind of mix them around a little bit so they don't get stuck together. It'll be easier for us to use later. But now we can just set these lasagna noodles aside. The ground beef and ground sausage are looking perfectly browned. So let's put in our red sauces. A lasagna needs a thick sauce, so we're actually going to put in 2 small cans of condensed tomato paste. It's about 300 milliliters. There's one. There goes the second one. A cup and a half of tomato sauce. We're going to put one of these full big cans of crushed tomatoes in, which is about 800 milliliters. A half cup of beef broth. And then we're just going to stir this all up. And we're going to put in our remaining spices. A little salt to taste, so, about a tablespoon. Bay leaves, which we will fish out later. Don't leave them in there. 2 tablespoons of parsley. That's 1. That's 2. You should have about 2 tablespoons left over. We want this to be sweet to mix with the spicy, so we're going to put in about a tablespoon of white sugar. And then pepper to taste. I like quite a bit of pepper, so I'm going to give this, quite a few grinds. So we're just going to stir this up, and we're going to let this simmer away on low heat for an hour and a half to really bring those flavors together. Just let it simmer away. Time to work on our ricotta cheese mixture. So, like the mixture's namesake, we're going to put in 500 grams of ricotta. We're going to crack in an egg, 2 tablespoons of parsley, a teaspoon of salt, some freshly cracked pepper. And now we're just going to work this all together. You can use a fork, or if you want to get fancy, go ahead and use your, what is that little thing called with all the bits that is meant for this? You know, a mixer thing. What the hell is it called? Oh God, that's scary. A whisk! And that's it. That's our ricotta cheese mixture. Our sauce has been bubbling away for an hour and a half, and I just want to show you how thick it has become. This is perfect because we want our lasagna to really set up and have a nice thick consistency. And now it is time to assemble our lasagna. I've got a 9 by 13 inch baking pan here, and we are just going to make our layers. That is the meaning of lasagna, layers. So on the bottom, our first layer is about 1.5 cups of the sauce. And then we're going to put on our first layer of noodles, our lasagna noodles that have cooled. So just pop them down there. Now that we have this first layer of lasagna noodles down, we can put in half of our ricotta cheese mixture and just spread it out over the noodles. And then we have sliced mozzarella, like a mozzarella ball. You want about 1.5 of those balls or 500 grams. I've got smoked mozzarella. Which smells smoked, and we're just gonna layer this down over top, and you're gonna use about 1/3 of your mozzarella here. You're gonna cover that with another, let's say 2 cups of meat sauce. And again, use your spatula to even out that sauce. And once that sauce is down, put about 1/4 cup of Parmesan on top. I like using the freshly grated Parmesan because I'm fancy that way, and I probably won't be beaten up as much if it's good. Then we layer again. And we just repeat the layering process. So the rest of our ricotta goes in, smooth it out. Layer with another 1/3 of mozzarella, another 2 cups of meat sauce. Smooth it out, Parmesan cheese, and your final layer of lasagna. All right, there's our final layer. We're just going to put on just a little bit of sauce. So let's say just 1 cup on top just to keep those noodles moist all the way to the sides. Then we're going to smooth it out. And we have some mozzarella and some Parmesan left over. So we'll have this nice bubbly layer of cheese. Ooey gooey, yummy, dummy, super booey cheese. All right, we're going to cover our baking pan up with foil. If the foil is in danger of touching the cheese, spray the backside of that foil with some PAM, some liquid oil. Otherwise, the cheese will stick to the foil. Now we're going to toss this in the oven at 375 for 25 minutes. We're going to take the foil off, let it go for another 25 minutes until that top layer, the cheese, is all golden and brown and bubbly. Keep your eye on it. You don't want to burn that cheese. Our lasagna has been in the oven for a full 50 minutes. Let's check it out. Oh, yum! Look at this! That cheese is bubbly and brown. And as always, I want to eat this right away! But I am going to wait. Let your lasagna set up for about 15 minutes before you cut into it. All right. Our lasagna has been setting up for 15 minutes. So let's give it a try. All right, we'll cut out a big, nice corner piece here. Who doesn't love crusty edges? Finish it off with a little freshly grated Parmesan and a little parsley. And now there's nothing left to do but to try it. That is so good. It is sweet. It's tangy, smooth with the ricotta cheese, and spicy. I will for sure not be killed. I won't kill. No, I'm not going to die anymore. This is really good. Check that out. Delicious. Enjoy. Oh, God. There's a corner missing. Oh, shit. I'm fucked.